Hi everyone, we're on week 3 of our little coaching gardening series, and today we are deciding exactly what to plant and planting it. Or another way of saying that is we're choosing our goals and then we're going to do it. So that's basically what we're looking at today. Last week we talked about our values, and we've also talked about clearing out the stuff we don't want in our lives. So you can use some of those things when you're trying to decide what to plant in your life or your goals. Before you do that though, those things may be making you feel a little, I don't know, down a bit, because it's really easy to look at all the things that you haven't accomplished and the things you've been tolerating and all of those things, and then you look at your values and you go, none of these things are meeting my values, and then what? Oh, I'm not doing this anymore. Do not stop. This is the perfect time to get going. And so before we really get into heavy duty goals, we are going to create and use 10 daily habits. So these have to be not shoulds. They cannot be a goal that you think you really should do it, but you don't feel like doing it. It has to be something you really want to do, and it has to be something you want to do every day, because that's going to get you some momentum for some of the bigger things that you may be planning as we get into this little talk. So examples might even be flossing every day, or they might be doing your nails, or they might be making sure your truck is clean, or stuff like that. And it doesn't mean you have to clean your truck every day, but you could check it every day and make sure it's always clean, right? So these are your 10 daily habits, and you basically write down a week of them, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, on to the end of the week, and then you check them off. So this shows it just as little check marks, and this is the actual 10 daily habits form that will be in your kit if you come along and pick it up. Or you can make your own and do it however you like. But basically that'll get your momentum going. That'll be things that you pick that you like or you want and will make you happy to do. Then we need to get on to our bigger goals. And I'm sure by now, having filled in all these other little checklists and things that we've done, you have in mind a few things that you might like to achieve as a goal. So just to use as an example, last year I joined the Great Canadian Running Challenge, only I chose to walk, and that was 1,000 kilometers in a year. So, okay, it was a goal I wanted to achieve, but it felt big when I started last February. So when you're setting a goal, you want to make sure that it's not a should, that it's something you really want, and then you use the SMART method. And I'm sure if you've been in business or offices or nurses or teachers or whatever your background is, you've seen this SMART goals thing. But I'm putting it up here again because it is worth going over. So your goal should be specific. So if we're talking about the Great Canadian Running Challenge, my goal was 1,000 kilometers in 1 year. Very specific. Measurable. So then I got even more specific because 1,000 kilometers seemed a long way off. So I figured out if I did 3 kilometers every day and 10 sometime on the weekend, so 3 on Friday, Monday to Friday, and 10 sometime on the weekend, I would be able to accomplish the 1,000 kilometers by October. So very measurable, and it gave me some parameters within which I could work. So if I didn't do my 3K one day, well then on the weekend, the other weekend day that was free, I made sure I did it. If I didn't do my 3K 2 days, so I did 6 on one of those weekend days. So it was measurable, it was also achievable. Because now I knew that if I followed my rules and checked things off, I would achieve it by October, which I did. So that worked out. Relevant. It was relevant to me because a friend at the library was doing it and had suggested it, Margaret, who's waving over there. And it was relevant because we were in the middle of COVID and there wasn't much else that people could be doing other than coming to the library in my case and going home. So walking around Morinville really made a lot of sense. So for the goal to be relevant, it has to make sense. It has to be worthwhile. It has to be the right time for the goal. And does it fit with my long-term objectives? So it certainly fit with me being healthy and joy in my life, because I went around with a camera and took pictures in probably your backyard of neat things that I saw, like a wheelbarrow tipped over or somebody's snowman or something like that as I went along to make it even more fun. And it was definitely, that goal was time bound, because I knew I wanted to be done by the end of October before it got cold again. So that was how I achieved that goal. It was a smart goal, and it worked. The other thing that worked, and this is really important from a coaching perspective, is that the Great Canadian Running Challenge is an online thing where you can post whenever you want how far you've got. And then people from all over Canada go, yahoo, yay, you did it. And they make you feel really good about having done it. So that is a really important part of setting goals. If you just set it to yourself and you don't tell anybody about it, you probably are not going to do it. So if you hire a coach, and I have done this on more than one occasion, so as well as having been one, if you hire a coach, you're going to get that goal accomplished in a big hurry, because that coach is going to say to you every week, so how are things going with your goals this week? And you know it, so you're going to keep working on it. But it doesn't have to be a coach. It could be your husband, your partner, your best friend, your mother, somebody that you're going to tell. And you also have to make it sort of self-sustaining. So ideally, you get this person to be your rah-rah team. And so you basically tell them, whenever I tell you how far I've got on this goal, I don't want you to say, well, did you do this? I want you to say, hooray, you did it, you're great, so that I keep going on the goal. So this is really important with weight loss goals that people sometimes have. Their mother comes along and offers them a piece of cake because their mother's going to get a need met by having someone go, oh, I love your cake. And now this person who's trying to lose weight is stuck because they didn't set up something so their mother could go, rah, rah, I'm not giving you cake. and I'm so proud of you, dear girl, and so on. So you need a team. You need somebody to keep you accountable. And that could be a coach. It could be any of those people that I already listed to you. So basically what we're doing now is we are planting those seeds, and then we are going to make sure they're in the ground and they're going to come up. And so that's your goal setting objective for this week.